The House proposes that there is an opportunity for youth to development through technical and vocational skills. At this moment in time, let me call the moderator for the panel discussions.
So at this point, but first and foremost, let me recognize the presence of our chief, who is now who has joined us. Madam Speaker, at this point, we'll have a panel discussion questions. So may I humbly request the responsible individuals to come in front to have some of these questions that will be posted at this point. May I humbly request the principal for Miracle Technical Institute, but also may I humbly request the director for Youth with Vision, and may I humbly request a representative from Karonga Diocese. So, of course, there are a few questions that will be asked, and from the number of questions that I have 6 questions, and these questions, the first one, to go direct to the director for Youth with Vision, and the first question is, what are technical and vocational skills?
Thank you very much. So I am a bit surprised that this question comes to me. I thought it would go to the principal because she runs an institution that trains people in technical and vocational skills. But I'll try my best. The way we look at it at Youth with Vision and how we encourage young people to develop these skills, we look at technical and vocational skills as skills that one acquires sometimes through informal training. Sometimes someone just feels an urge to do something, maybe mechanics, it could be tailoring. Someone has so much passion for bricklaying and they decide to further their career in those skills. So I think broadly that's how I would define technical and vocational skills.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nyundo, the Director for Youth with Vision. And my next question is a question that goes to Karonga Diocese with represented by Mr. Simeon Winga. And the question is, how are technical and vocational skills important for young people? How are technical and vocational skills important for young people?
Thank you very much for the question. As for Karonga, we really think, as Karonga does, we really think that technical skills are very important to young people. We know that we are living in a world or in a country where maybe fully white-collar job is not really waiting for us for now. We're going to school to get maybe we might be in offices, but that sector is saturated. So technical skills are providing opportunities for like an extra opportunities for the youth to start on their own. So technical skills, they are giving a kick-off start apart from the other knowledge that we get in informal education sector, which is even a good drive for the economy, for the youth even to read. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Simeon Winga from the Diocese of Karonga. And my next question goes to the principal for Milagro Technical Institute. Having been at Milagro for a long time, my question is, what is involved in technical and vocational training?
Thank you so much for the question. What is involved in technical and vocational skills training? A good one. There are a number of things that are involved in technical and vocational skills training. To begin with is an individual's passion. When an individual has the passion to do technical skills and vocational training, that particular individual will do the skills training wholeheartedly, and the passion will be driving that particular individual to even work out his or her training programs with issues, ensuring that there is quality standard and that whatever will come out from his training program will be competitive at the market. So when we talk of technical and vocational skills training, apart from passion, there has to be provision of equipment, because technical and vocational training is a hands-on training program, which requires those that are to be trained, or the trainees themselves, as well as the trainers, to do more of the hands-on. And for them to do the hands-on, there has to be training equipment, training materials, and training space. Not only that, when we talk of technical and vocational skills training, there has to be connectivity between a training institution and an industry provider. Because whatever is being trained at a training institution will have to be sought or to be practiced more at the industry that is related to specific trades that are being offered in a training institution. So we talk of issues of passion, we talk of issues of provision of training equipment, training space, training materials, trade experts, as well as the industry experts, and then the industry consumption of those that are trained in the technical and vocational skills training. And then when you do technical skills training as well as vocational skills training, there has to be an element of entrepreneurship. Because when you are doing the technical and vocational skills training, you are focusing on producing graduates who will not only look for employment, but that they will also be able to employ themselves. So we also look into the issues of self-employment. Let me stop there for the meantime. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Principal. We'll have to take you into it. Now my next question goes to Youth Division. Many young people think you can start your own business with technical and vocational skills because of lack of capital. How would you respond to that?
Well, thank you very much for the question. I think that indeed is a very common mindset among many young people, that you cannot start your own business. Usually they point out the lack of capital as a very big challenge and maybe a factor that should draw someone back from starting their own business. But I would say that is not true at all, because starting your own business, and when you look at the issue of capital, it's not just about you going to a financial institution to get money to start your own business, or maybe asking someone to give you money to start your own business. Many times you start right from where you are. You could have some piece of land in the village that you can cultivate and sell whatever you produce from it. You could go and start smaller. There are so many examples of people who did not really start big, but they tried to start something small. So you might maybe think about starting your own welding business with a lot of machinery, but you know you don't currently have that financial muscle. So instead you could start something smaller. So instead of starting a welding, some people have tried to go and sell water, some have tried to go and sell freezers, so that they generate enough capital and then they can start the business they want. So I think when many young people say they cannot start their own business because of lack of capital, I think what they're just saying is that they want to get what they want immediately, right at the time they are thinking of it, that's when they want it. But I think it shouldn't be the case. When you want to start something, you should have a plan, and it should clearly outline that after maybe doing several things, that's when you're going to get ultimately to the thing that you really wanted. So I think lack of capital is not a drawback, it's not a challenge. It's just that you're not seeing things more clearly to come up with a clear plan that can get you there. Thank you.
Yes, you can.
Thank you. Just to add on what my friend has explained, when the youth say that there is lack of capital and they fail to enter into entrepreneurship, I think what is lacking is a failure to understand that they themselves are the first capital of their business. The youth need to be helped to understand that the very good capital for their business is them as individuals. Because when you understand yourself as a capital for the business that you want to run, you would then start thinking of the business ideas. You draw the business ideas, that is you as an individual, as a youth. You draw your business ideas, you look at the business opportunities, and then from the very small business ideas, and then you look at your catchment area, you generate ideas as to what to start with. You don't start with what you don't have. And you do not start a business with a loan from somewhere. When you are reaching a point of getting a loan from somewhere, it should be growing the business that you have already started from the little that you had, from the ideas that you generated. So there has to be an understanding to say an individual is a very best capital for a particular business that one has to do. Thank you.
Yes, you can add.
Thank you very much. When this question is asked to us, like, I'm failing to start the business because I don't have capital. The capital that is being defined here is cash. Most youth, that's what they think. But capital is in different ways and different forms. Capital would be the opportunities, the idea that you have would offer. You yourself, the draft of the plan that you have, that's the capital that you have. I'm agreeing with my colleagues there that you are the first capital. But when this question is always asked, you always think that, what do I need? Which is only cash, not the idea that you have. Do we really think of, like, with this plan that I have, what is my target market? You might have cash, give you the cash now, but the target market is not there. When that business flows, these are the kind of situations whereby you have the money, you have invested, and it has failed, you say, I failed in this business. So when you are thinking of capital, we should move away from thinking that capital is cash. We need to think that capital is in different forms. As even the individual yourself, you are the main capital, the brain that you have, that's the main capital. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Winger, for that addition on the question that was asked. And if I'm to look at the next question that I'm to ask, I would leave it before anyone who would come to us, because I think it's more of what was asked before. So the question is, would you say the aim of technical vocation training is to find employment or become an entrepreneur?
Let me start to respond to this. The question is the aim of technical development, is it to find employment or to start your own business? This, I would say, at first, yes. Yes to the aim of the technical development is to start your own development, like your own business as an individual, like self-employment. But everything has levels. If this technical development would go more higher and a lot of capital is being invested in it, you might employ other people. Let me give an example where I have a business idea where I want to start capital. I'll go into this business, go to school, train everything. That business will start generating income here and there. But I might have a period whereby things that I was doing alone, because the business is booming, I cannot do them anymore. I need people to come into the business. I need accountants. I need somebody who can help me to develop that business. But the challenge that I always see here in Malawi, even in the situation that we're in now, here is technical development has been lowered to the most, like technical development is for the most desperate people. We are in this situation whereby, like normal education is the informal education that we gain in school, where we could do what colleges and everything. This person has failed from 4, you can go to take a miracle. You get it? So, because of that kind of mindset, this has lowered us to the level whereby we're saying this technical development is only for self-employment. It's like, well, it's like it gives us, we feel like it just gives an opportunity where the little main job has failed. But if we change the perspective where you see that technical development could help us to provide more opportunity for other people. There are some other youth whereby they're employed in the formal sector, but they might find a guy who is good in carpentry. I say you're good in carpentry. I'm in the informal sector, I can be able to find capital. Can you be doing this? Let's do it together. There are businesses that are boom like that. So we need development. We need to change this mindset, taking the development to be like a despite more. But it has to be like to be treated as the formal sector, the way the formal sector is treated. It has to take the respect that is required. We are in a situation whereby technical development, like even technical schools, they don't even get the funding that they deserve than other universities. Look at maybe Miracle here. Maybe if you might ask the budget, even the partners that are putting funding here, they are putting and the budget which that is put in the university, formal education university. You see that it's totally different. I remember during the reign of Tuntufye, they were bragging that no, we must spend a lot of technical colleges for the youth. You get it? So technical college is for the youth. Because they know that the youth in the formal sector, there are already people there. So youth will have to go this side. So because these people that are already trapped us there, we need to make use of this thing. But my perspective is technical development has been lowered to the level whereby we feel like it is a desperate move, not like a mainstream. So, but with the like opportunities, like investment, technical knowledge could lead to even employment, apart from self-employment. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Winger, for those remarks. Mr. Nyo, do you have anything to add?
Yes, I just wanted to add, I think Mr. Winger has made a very beautiful contribution. As I was speaking, I was thinking about other economies that have done far much better, grounding themselves on technical skills. And I'm thinking of China, that was once poor and they decided to embrace technical training. And so they make a lot of things, and I think almost all of us here have used some torch or maybe a small radio that is made by the Chinese. And the people that make these in China, some are much, much younger than us, and we can't make anything. So as Winger was saying, I think the mindset here in Malawi, both looking at our political leaders, they do not want to invest in the right resources in technical training. They do not want to give people the skills to start manufacturing, to start producing things, especially even in communities. Because if we are looking at using technical skills, we should not just thinking about starting a very big company. So here at Miracle, we should be able to have students manufacturing various products. I know they do, but to have those hubs that they can manufacture products that are being used by communities. Maybe solar students can make torches right here at Miracle and sell around the communities. I think that would be an investment in the right direction. But also the mindset of us young people, like Winger was saying, that we are not ready and willing to look at technical training as an opportunity to build big. So we are looking at it as an escape. If you don't make it in the formal sector, then maybe you can try the technical sector and be able to earn a little something. And this is a belief that you get around. Many young people think like, if you have technical skills and you start your own business, it's just for you to get a little salt, maybe buy ufu and then have a meal and go. But we need to start building on this conversation so that we are thinking big. We are thinking about creating a sector that can even employ others. So we can have people from the formal education sector coming to seek jobs in the technical sector. So that's what I wanted to add, moderator.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nyondo.
Can I add?
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. In agreement with my friends, I would like to say technical and vocational training is for both self-employment as well as employment at the industry. When we do technical skills training, we are empowering the youth with the skills with which they can start their own enterprises, thereby employing themselves. And as those enterprises grow, they will end up employing others. So it will be an employment for them and then employment for other youth, as my friends already said. At the same time, technical and vocational skills training offers opportunities for employment at the industry, because with the technology, with the advancement that is happening currently, there are some gaps at the industry. And those gaps are to be filled by the youth who have just graduated from technical education institutions. And it is unfortunate that that gap is not being seen by the... It is high time indeed that we change the mindset of the youth so that they view technical skills training as more paying than the white collar jobs. When you have been trained in the technical questions,
Yes.
I have a question for the principal of the Young Institute. As a principal, are you satisfied with the skills that you provide into your institution?
I think you can be answered. Then you proceed.
thank you so much, Honorable, for the question. And it's a very good question. Are you satisfied with the skills that you provide in Miracle Technical Institute? I am very satisfied. If I was to use the word excellent, I would say I'm excellently satisfied with the skills that we offer here in Miracle Technical Institute. And then I should qualify my response to say, yes, indeed. Why are we saying we are satisfied? We are satisfied because we are using a curriculum that is updated and authenticated by the Ministry of Labour as well as TVETA as the regulator of technical skills training in Malawi. And then whatever we are offering, whatever skills training that we are offering here, we offer it as per the required standards. So there is an issue of quality assurance in whatever skills that we offer to the youth that come to Miracle Technical. At the same time, what makes me say we are very satisfied is that our graduates are employable. So there is an element of employability, be it self-employment or employed by the industry. We can talk of some of the graduates who, after finishing their training in Miracle Technical, they had to open up their own industries. For example, we have power plus control systems in Malawi. It's a booming industry owned by somebody who graduated from the corridors of Miracle Technical. Go to the tourism industry. In most hotels, you find our graduates there from the food production. So, in brief, I would say I'm very satisfied. I'm looking forward to introducing other trades and skills that would attract more youth to come to Miracle Technical. Thank you.
Speaker, I have a question from the wage, vocational and technical.
National summative examinations, and then they will, if they pass the exams, they get that particular qualification. And those with MSCE, they can enroll and go up to level 3 of the training program. So those without certificates, they go for the informal. Those with the JCE, they can enroll for only level 1. Those with MSCE, they go up to level 3 and then they continue even with level 4. And then there is a window giving a provision for advancement or career, advancement, where after you have finished your technical skills education at a technical college, you can enroll for some higher opportunities at the university. And there are universities that have some openings to such kind of graduates to go into the either second year or third year of the university programs, because they have had this training at the technical institutions. And I should also mention that when we are offering the training programs, be it formal or informal, there are times that we have got some programs that we may not really do it to our best levels as training institutions. And at that point in time, we call for some trade experts from the industry to come in and assist. So that makes technical and vocational skills training open to everyone. So the limitation is the individual's willingness, not as per se to say the training providers. And we are open to do all sorts of training, depends on what somebody wants, both informal and formal.
Okay, I would like to add on the perspective of the dancers. As the dancers, we have got an arm with carnival, which looks like the movement arm, right? So we also involve ourselves in writing projects involving training youth in technical knowledge. So, as a partner or as an organization, things that we check first when you want to do that is we should have someone who is at that age where he can provide energy to do that. So that's the baseline first. So in terms of qualification, that is considered later on. But as for the dancers, we even provide technical knowledge in the technical program are implemented in very rural areas where this formal education that you are talking about is not really there. You get it? So it's not really saying that you need to have this qualification to do this, but all we have to look at is the better when we are working with them is we are going with Karonga. What opportunities are there? What technical skills do they really need to be done there? So once you go there, try to say what do they really need, and don't look at what they feel, but can that training skill provide the opportunity that they need in terms of cash? You would literally agree with me that when we are talking of technical knowledge, the most common technical knowledge that we give is theory, carpentry, which is so common. Once you go to the rural area, these are the things that you face there. But you might find out that this is maybe, I would say, the most accessible skill that an institution or a community could be given. So the qualification that they have, but the skill set that they really need and the age that they are in, because youth development, like even the technical skills, require really youth, because when you take someone, maybe randomly, everybody, for example, an old man, dedication to that field is really hard. So, but willingness has to be there. But the most benchmark thing has to be, if you are giving this skill set to that community, will that skill set be marketable or not? You might end up providing that to the community with already existing skill, which at the end of the day, you want to really have the program market for that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, on the same, I would like to add to say, when we provide technical skills training to specific communities, apart from their willingness, we also focus on the availability of the local materials that are to be used. For instance, I will not mention a particular village, but Kapolo area has got a lot of mawese. So we would go there with a training program specifically to utilize the availability of the mawese into soap production. When mangoes are in season, a community would go for a training programs to make mango jam. The same with tomato jam. Depending on what is available at that particular time, so that those resources that are there should be used to the maximum, and at the same time, when you have those resources utilized, that means the people who are venturing into that particular business are also earning some monies. And as they earn the monies, that also supports their families, and it goes on like that. So that is the value added to the technical skills training as per the requirements of specific communities, looking at the availability of the resources. Thank you.
Madam Speaker, with me here, I'm having like 4 questions. I don't know if it's okay to ask them all.
Ask 2 questions and then give the floor to other members.
Okay. The first question will go to Madam Principal. On what involves in the vocation and technical skills, you mentioned something like someone have to have passion. For someone to get into passion, there is a pull factor and a push factor. One of the pull factor is self-motivation. So, as an institution, we know that you are keeping some students whereby they have been just pushed from parents go to school, and some just see that I'm just living at home, I have to do something, and they decided to apply for something which they didn't even know that I'm going to do this. For example, maybe food production, they don't know what am I going to find in food production. So my question is, what strategies have you installed so far in order to motivate those who are having less or no passion? That's the first question to Madam Principal. The second question will go to youth with vision. Okay, then let's go to the diocese. You mentioned something like you have put youth into training to have those skills. So the question is, apart from those training, what other strategies have you put into action so far in order to make those youth to put the skills into practice? Thank you.
Thank you so much for the question. It is very true that there are several factors that bring the youth into the technical and vocational skills training. And it is indeed true that many of the youth that come into the technical and vocational skills training are pushed by parents and guardians for whatever reasons. And to respond to the question as to what strategies have we put in place as a training institution,